Good morning, it's James. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. I'm deeply grateful to have the honor and the blessing of laying eyes on you today, and I hope and pray that this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and very well. So this morning, I woke up in a pretty good place because each and every morning I spend the first few hours praying, exercising, putting myself into the cold water, just doing all the things that are related to my self-care, my self-love, my self-acceptance. And then after a few hours, I turn on my phone because it's an opportunity to connect with you. And yes, because there's a few things that actually happen that I can't control that pop into my phone, pieces of news, things that just break my heart. And this morning, a few stories came in that just made my heart feel heavy. I was moved to tears by one of the stories. And I just want to share with you this morning one of the things that I believe all of us feel these ways like I'm feeling this morning, every now and then. And hopefully we don't feel them too often, but when we do, and that's just life, what do? Well, I remember a time in my teens where between what was happening in my family, what I was going through with my own addiction, with my own heaviness, my depression, my anxiety, I just felt like the world was collapsing around me. I felt such a heaviness and a hopelessness, a level of despair. And I feel like by the grace of God and how the universe works, when you're really kind of intending, I just want something good to happen. I remember praying like, please God, just give me something that makes me feel possible, gives me a sense of hope. So if you're looking for something to make you feel more possible, help give you a sense of hope, and help you feel like you're not alone this morning, I want to share with you something that happened back in my teens where a teacher who I had at the time, who was just a wonderful person, a mentor for me, and I think he knew that I was just carrying sadness. And I was also an athlete on one of his lacrosse team. And so I was that guy who was also playing sports, and I could put on a good face. I was a good enough athlete so I could excel in the field. But he knew I was carrying heaviness. He said, hey, I want you to read something. And he gave me Waldo Emerson's Self-reliance essay. And I read it that night. And I swear, it was just like, it was a healing balm for me. It just made me feel possible again. It gave me a sense of hope. It didn't give me an overwhelming sense of optimism. It just gave me a sense of, hey, this is what you need to do when you're feeling the world is closing in on you. This is what you can do to give you a sense of peace and possibility. So the Self-reliance essay has 4 major principles that I want to share with you today. And I do hope, and listen, I just want to pray that this helps somebody today. So number 1, he talked about the independence from groupthink, giving yourself permission to really own what it is that you believe your heart wants to bring into the world, how you want to be carrying yourself, what you want to believe is possible for the world. And don't give yourself too much of what's going on around you. And if there's certain groups of people, certain media that gives you this group think that doesn't give you the sense of possibility and hope, it's time to be on a media fast or a group fast or a certain person fast to help yourself that sense of possibility and hope again. Number 2, connection and trust with one's abilities. I love that one. I feel like it's more critical than ever to have your non-negotiables every single day, to have 1, 2, 3, or 4 things that you know are absolutely life-giving practices for you. And you make them non-negotiable. You follow through no matter what's going on in life. You get out for that walk. No matter what's going on in life, you put great food in your body. And what's going on in your life, you call someone or make a meeting with someone or see someone that you love who makes you feel that goodness inside. Whatever your non-negotiable is, follow through. Because having a connection to your abilities and your ability to choose, which is number 3, reliance in one's power to choose. You have power. We all have power to make decisions each and every day that help us to enable a sense of possibility, help us to give us a personal sense of power, and give us a circuitry of hope by choosing things that give us a sense of love, a sense of connection to what it is that makes us feel most alive. And number 4, show yourself your integrity and your character. I think that's a beautiful way it sums up all of these. When you show yourself your integrity, when you give yourself permission to witness your character, you give yourself permission for true self-reliance. an opportunity to witness how good, how powerful, how beautiful, how loving, how courageous you truly are. You live inside out versus outside in. I'm a big believer that our outer weather has a tendency to create our inner atmosphere. But if we choose to build an inner atmosphere of peace, hope, love, courage, it affects the outer weather. We live inside out and give ourselves permission to show up each and every day. No matter how hard it is, we choose ourselves. We choose to show up. We choose to do what Howard Thurman said we should all consider doing. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive. Because what the world needs are people who have come alive. Thank you for choosing to come alive. I see you, I love you, I appreciate you. Peace and blessings. Bye for now.